Welcome to CARZ Trends. Today, we journey back in time to uncover a hidden gem in BMW's storied lineup, the BMW Z1. This innovative roadster from the late 1980s was more than just a car. It was a rolling testbed for future technology, a design statement, and a piece of automotive art. In today's deep dive, we'll explore everything from the Z1's futuristic engineering to its rare collectible status in the modern US market. You'll get a complete breakdown of ownership costs in America, including financing options, insurance premiums, maintenance challenges, and the long-term investment potential of this iconic two-seater. Whether you're a vintage BMW enthusiast, a collector looking for the next appreciating asset, or simply someone captivated by automotive ingenuity, this episode covers all the insights dealers rarely share. The BMW Z1 was born in an era when BMW was eager to push boundaries. Developed by BMW Technik GmbH, a think tank division focused on radical innovations, the Z1 introduced cutting-edge features that were decades ahead of their time. Its most famous element, of course, was the vertical sliding doors that retracted down into the body, creating an open-air driving experience unlike anything else on the road. But there was much more to this car than doors. Its thermoplastic body panels, modular construction, and unique chassis design made it one of the most forward-thinking vehicles of the late 1980s. Under the hood, the BMW Z1 features a 2.5-liter inline six-cylinder engine borrowed from the E33 25i. This naturally aspirated unit produces 170 horsepower and 164 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. While that might not sound extreme by today's standards, remember that the Z1 was all about balance, not brute force. Weighing just over 2,750 pounds, the Z1 delivers a precise, connected driving experience that remains refreshing even today. It can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 8 seconds, not blistering, but satisfying when paired with its direct steering and firm suspension. The chassis of the Z1 is particularly noteworthy. It's built around a galvanized steel monocoque structure with plastic body panels mounted on top. These panels are not structural and were designed to be easily removed and replaced, a feature BMW claimed could allow owners to change the car's color in a day. The rear suspension was all new, debuting the multi-link Z-axle that would go on to be used in future BMWs. Combined with a nearly perfect 50-50 weight distribution, the Z1 handles with a poise that belies its age. From a design standpoint, the Z1 is unlike anything else BMW has ever produced. Its proportions are tight, with a low stance and wide wheel arches that hint at its performance capabilities. The recessed headlights, minimalist grille, and flush bodywork give it a futuristic yet elegant presence. In the US, where classic car culture celebrates unique styling, the Z1's design still turns heads at concours events, coffee meets, and vintage rallies. Step inside the cabin, and you'll find a stripped-down yet functional cockpit focused on the driving experience. The materials, leather and Alcantara, are high quality, though the design is utilitarian compared to today's luxury norms. Instrumentation is straightforward, with analog gauges and tactile controls. What stands out is the seating position, low, snug, and perfectly matched to the short wheelbase and communicative chassis. There's no infotainment system, no GPS, and no distractions, just you, the road, and the open sky. Now let's talk ownership in the US, the real-world costs, benefits, and challenges of having a Z1 in your garage. Given that only about 8,000 Z1s were ever produced, and none were officially imported to the US during production, finding one stateside means either a private import or dealing with the 25-year import rule. As of now, all Z1s qualify for legal import under US. and EPA exemptions for classics, and a handful have found their way onto American roads. Market pricing varies widely depending on condition, mileage, and provenance. As of 2025, most well-maintained Z1s in the US trade between $90,000 and $130,000, with pristine examples occasionally exceeding $150,000 at auction. If you're financing a Z1, you'll likely work with specialty lenders like Woodside Credit, JJ. Best Bank & Company, are collector-focused divisions of mainstream banks. With excellent credit, 720+, you could secure a loan with APRs between 5% and 7%, depending on the term. Assuming a $100,000 purchase price with 20% down in a 60-month term, you're looking at monthly payments between $1,400 and $1,600. Insurance is another key factor. Because the Z1 qualifies as a collectible, you'll likely opt for an agreed value policy through providers like Hagerty, Grundy, or American Collectors. Annual premiums for full coverage range from $1,000 to $2,500, depending on location, usage, and the insured value. States like California, New York, and Florida may command higher rates due to traffic and theft risks. Many collectors also bundle their classic policies for discounts and enhanced protection. Maintenance for the Z1 in the US presents a mix of predictability and complexity. The engine and transmission are shared with the E3325i, meaning basic mechanical components are relatively accessible and affordable. Routine servicing, oil changes, brake pads, belts, filters, will run you about $1,000 to $1,500 annually if performed at a BMW specialist. However, the Z1's unique parts, doors, body panels, suspension components, can be more challenging. Replacement doors or body panels may require overseas sourcing, often from Germany or the UK, with shipping and customs fees adding to the cost. Finding technicians familiar with the Z1's door mechanics or modular construction may require contacting BMW CCA chapters or classic car experts in cities like Los Angeles, Miami, or Chicago. Depreciation isn't a concern for most Z1 owners. In fact, values have been climbing. The car's rarity, engineering pedigree, and status as BMW's first Z model have made it a hot collectible. Auction houses like Sotheby's and Bonhams have reported annual appreciation rates of 8% to 15% over the past 5 years. For US buyers who purchase a Z1 in excellent condition with a clean history, the long-term value potential is strong, especially for low-mileage examples with original paint, matching numbers, and factory documentation. Technology in the Z1 might feel Spartan to modern drivers, but it was advanced for its time. The composite body, galvanization process, and advanced rear suspension were decades ahead of the curve. Safety features include ABS brakes, reinforced side structures, and a stiff chassis that provides commendable protection in crashes. The unique doors are supported by internal guides and cables, and while they require occasional maintenance, they're generally reliable if serviced regularly. Driving the Z1 today feels like stepping into a time capsule, raw, engaging, and blissfully unfiltered. From a legal and logistical standpoint, buying a Z1 in the US requires due diligence. Ensure the car is properly titled and registered under the 25-year rule. Confirm that it meets state emission standards or qualifies for exemptions as a classic car. In states like California, classic registration may require additional documentation or smog exemption forms. It's also worth investing in a pre-purchase inspection by a BMW specialist who understands the model's quirks. Look for signs of rust on the chassis, degraded suspension bushings, malfunctioning door mechanisms, and mismatched body panels that may indicate previous accidents. Leasing a BMW Z1 is virtually